Alright, folks, let's talk about something you've probably got lying around in your junk drawer or maybe even in your pocket right now: a penny. But not just any penny. What if I told you there's a 1991 no mint mark Lincoln penny out there that's worth a jaw-dropping $1.1 million? Yeah, you heard me right, a penny that's more valuable than most cars. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you might just want to raid your change jar. So, why is this penny so special? First, let's talk about what no mint mark means. Normally, pennies have a little letter stamped on them to show where they were made: D for Denver or S for San Francisco. But this penny? Nada. Zip. It's missing that mint mark, and that little mistake is what makes it so valuable. Back in 1991, a batch of pennies from the Philadelphia Mint rolled out without the expected P mint mark. These aren't your average pennies, folks, this is rare treasure disguised as pocket change. Here's the deal: millions of pennies were made in 1991, but only a tiny fraction of them came out like this. Think about it like this: it's like finding a four-leaf clover in a field full of regular grass. The rarity alone drives the value up, but here's the kicker: the condition of the coin also matters. If you've got one in pristine condition, maybe tucked away in an old coin album or that box of grandpa's keepsakes, congratulations, you're sitting on a small fortune. Now, let's talk cold, hard cash. Why is this penny fetching $1.1 million? First, collectors love a good story, and this penny's got one. Second, coin auctions are wild. Imagine a room full of people bidding over a penny like it's the last slice of pizza at a party. It's all about demand: coin collectors, history buffs, and investors want a piece of the action. And let's not forget grading. If your penny is flawless, with no scratches, no stains, and still has that shiny copper luster, it could be worth top dollar. Okay, quick story time. A few years ago, I was cleaning out my car and found a penny stuck in the cup holder. It was sticky, gross, and I almost tossed it. But I thought, hey, let me check this out. Spoiler alert, it wasn't a rare penny, but it got me curious about coin values. Fast forward to today, and I'm here telling you not to overlook those little coins. Who knows? That next penny you pick up off the sidewalk might just change your life. Here's what you need to do. First, dig through your coins and look for a 1991 penny. Flip it over and check for a mint mark. If there's no little letter under the date, you might be in business. Then, check the condition. If it looks pretty good, take it to a professional coin grader. Trust me, you don't want to accidentally spend it on a candy bar. Alright, you've hit the jackpot, now what? First, don't freak out. Second, protect that penny like it's a newborn baby. Put it in a coin sleeve or a plastic holder to avoid scratches. Then, do some research or take it to a coin expert to get it appraised. Finally, get ready for the bidding wars at an auction, because your penny could make you a millionaire. So, what have we learned today? 1. Always check your change, you never know what treasure you might find. 2. Rare coins like the 1991 no mint mark Lincoln penny are a collector's dream and can be worth a fortune. And 3. Never underestimate the power of a penny, it might just pay for your next vacation, or a mansion. Now, before you run off to raid your piggy bank, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We've got more amazing coin tips, stories, and strategies to help you uncover hidden treasures in your spare change. And don't forget to like this video and share it with your friends, because who wouldn't want to know about a $1 million penny? Hey there, coin enthusiasts and accidental penny hoarders. Ever heard the phrase, a penny saved is a penny earned? Well, what if I told you that a single penny, yes, one little copper-colored coin, could be worth a staggering $1.2 million? That's right, folks. Today, we're diving into the story of the 1993 D mint mark Lincoln penny, a coin that's quietly making collectors drool. So grab your change jar, sit back, and let's see if you've been sitting on a small fortune this whole time. Now, you might be thinking, a 1993 penny? That's not even that old. And you're right. This penny isn't ancient, but it's rare. The D mint mark tells us it was made at the Denver Mint, and only a handful of these pennies have the unique characteristics that make them worth a whopping $1.2 million. These include an extraordinary die error in near-perfect condition, also known as MS70 grade in collector terms. So, if your 1993 D penny looks like it's been through a garbage disposal, sorry, no jackpot for you. But don't give up just yet, there's more to uncover. Here's the fun part: grab that magnifying glass and start inspecting. Look for sharp details on Abraham Lincoln's face and the lettering, as well as a clean, polished surface with no scratches. Also, check the edges. A perfectly struck 1993 D penny with a double die error on the "In God We Trust" text or the date is the holy grail. My cousin once found a rare coin in his couch cushions. He didn't think much of it and spent it on a vending machine snack. Fast forward a year, he's watching a documentary on rare coins and realizes he probably spent $500 on a pack of Skittles. Don't be like my cousin. Check your coins, the value comes down to rarity and demand. Coin collectors love a good story, and these pennies have one. The die error was a mistake that shouldn't have happened, and only a few of these flawed pennies made it out of the Denver Mint. Combine that with pristine condition and a bit of market hype, and bam, you've got yourself $1 million coin. Not if you're lucky enough to find one of these. Don't just toss it on eBay and hope for the best. Take it to a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. These folks will authenticate and grade your penny, which is essential for commanding top dollar. After that, you can auction it through a reputable dealer or big-name auction houses like Heritage Auctions. Speaking of finding valuable coins, let me tell you about the time I thought I hit the jackpot. I was rummaging through an old piggy bank from my childhood, and I came across a shiny penny from 1993. My heart skipped a beat when I saw the D Mint mark. I was already planning my dream vacation when I noticed it had gum stuck to the back. Turns out, it was just an ordinary penny. But hey, that's part of the thrill, right? You never know what you'll find until you look. Alright, friends, now it's your turn. Go check those coin jars, couch cushions, and even your car's cup holders. You could be sitting on a life-changing penny and not even know it. If you learned something new or had a good laugh today, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I've got plenty more coin tips, tricks, and million-dollar stories coming your way. And don't forget to share this video with your friends. Who knows? Maybe they've got the 1993 D penny, and you can split the profits, or at least convince them to buy you lunch. Hey there, coin hunters. Imagine this: you're buying your morning coffee, casually counting out some change, and bam, you realize one of those pennies could be worth a jaw-dropping $1.3 million. Yeah, you heard that right. A single 2014 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny has the power to transform your pocket change into a life-changing fortune. Curious to know how? Stick around because we're about to dive deep into the story of this golden, copper, opportunity. And if you're new here, welcome. We talk about coins, cash, and how your spare change might just pay for your dream vacation. So, hit that subscribe button and let's turn pocket lint into profit together. Alright, let's get into it. The 2014 D Abraham Lincoln penny is one of those rare coins that sparked a lot of excitement among collectors and casual finders alike. But before you go dumping out your piggy bank, let's talk about what makes this coin so special. First things first, the D Mint mark means this penny was minted in Denver. Now, Denver is known for producing a lot of coins, but not every penny is created equal. A tiny fraction of these 2014 D pennies were struck with a unique error, and that's where the big bucks come in. Collectors love errors because they're like little factory oopsies that turn ordinary coins into extraordinary treasures. In the case of this penny, the error lies in the doubling of certain design features. It's called a doubled die error. Look closely at Lincoln's profile or the inscriptions, like "In God We Trust" or "Liberty." If the text or details look like they're shadowed or have a 3D effect, you might just have a jackpot coin on your hands. Here's the kicker: rarity equals value. Only a handful of these error pennies exist, and they're in high demand among collectors. One of these coins in mint condition fetched $1.3 million at auction. Yeah, that's more than most of us paid for our first cars. Condition matters too. A pristine penny, also known as being in MS65 or higher condition, is what collectors crave. I actually got into coin collecting by accident. A few years back, I found a weird-looking penny while doing laundry. I googled it and, boom, I fell down the rabbit hole of rare coins. Sadly, that one wasn't worth much, but it taught me a valuable lesson: always check your change. Seriously, start looking at every coin you touch. Check under the couch cushions, in your car's cup holder, or even in your old penny jar from high school. Who knows? You could be sitting on a small fortune without even realizing it. Look for the D mint mark under the date, inspect the coin under good lighting or with a magnifying glass. Look for any doubling in the details. If you think you found something, get it professionally graded. Trust me, this step is worth it, and don't be discouraged if you don't find one right away. Hunting for rare coins is like fishing. Sometimes you reel in a big one, and sometimes you just enjoy the process. So, there you have it, the story of the 2014 D mint mark Lincoln penny that's worth $1.3 million. It's proof that even the smallest things in life can have incredible value. Keep checking your change, stay curious, and who knows? You might just be the next person to cash in big. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you're ready to learn more about coins worth serious money, subscribe to the channel and join our community of coin enthusiasts. Got a story about finding a cool coin? Drop it in the comments below, I'd love to hear about it. Hey there, treasure hunters. Have you ever found yourself jingling some spare change and wondered, could one of these coins actually make me rich? Well, guess what? You might be holding onto a fortune without even realizing it. Today, we're diving into the story of the 2001 no mint mark Lincoln penny, a coin that looks so ordinary but has a jaw-dropping value of $1.4 million. Yep, you heard that right, a penny worth more than a mansion. Stick around, because I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about this million-dollar masterpiece. And trust me, you'll never look at your change the same way again. Alright, let's start with the basics. What's the deal with the 2001 no mint mark penny? First off, this penny wasn't minted at Denver or San Francisco, as those would have a D or an S stamped on them. No mint mark? That means it came from the Philadelphia Mint. But here's the kicker, what makes this specific penny so valuable isn't just where it was minted. It's all about rarity and condition. You see, most pennies get tossed around in pockets, dropped on sidewalks, or worse, chewed on by curious toddlers. But the 2001 no mint mark penny we're talking about? It's in pristine condition. Think shiny, flawless, and fresh out of the mint. Coin collectors go absolutely bananas for this kind of thing. And when they find a penny like this, they're willing to drop big bucks, like $1.4 million big bucks, to add it to their collection. Now, you might be wondering, why is this penny worth so much? Well, it's like this, coins are kind of like baseball cards or vintage comic books. The rarer they are, the higher their value. And for the 2001 no mint mark penny, there are very few that exist in such perfect condition. Combine that with its historical significance as part of the iconic Lincoln series, and you've got a recipe for a coin that's worth its weight in gold. Actually, way more than that. Let me tell you a quick story to show just how exciting this can be. A couple of months ago, I was cleaning out an old jar of coins from my kitchen counter. You know, the kind that just sits there collecting spare change for years? Anyway, as I'm sorting through, I spot a shiny penny from 2001. My heart skips a beat. Could this be the one? I whip out my magnifying glass, inspect every detail, and nope. Just an ordinary penny. But for a split second, I felt like I'd won the lottery. And that's the fun of coin hunting, it's like a treasure hunt you can do in your pajamas. Now, let's talk about how you can figure out if your 2001 penny is worth millions. Here's the checklist. If it's got a D or S, sorry, it's not the one. Mint condition. Look for a flawless surface with no scratches, dents, or discoloration. If it looks like it's been through a garbage disposal, it's not the golden ticket. Error details. Sometimes, these rare pennies have unique errors, like a double die or misalignment. If you spot something unusual, that could skyrocket its value even more. Now, let's sprinkle in some humor. You know how we're always telling kids not to pick up pennies because they're not worth much? Imagine telling them, hey, don't step on that, it could pay for your college tuition. Suddenly, pennies are getting the respect they deserve. Underestimate the humble penny. It might just surprise you. The 2001 no mint mark Lincoln penny is proof that even the smallest things can hold incredible value. And who knows? That jar of change on your dresser could be hiding your next big payday. Before you go running to check your coin collection, I've got one last thing to say. If you love discovering hidden treasures and learning how to spot coins worth real money, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I've got tons of tips, stories, and strategies to help you become a coin hunting pro. And hey, leave a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin or if you've got a question about coin collecting. I'd love to hear from you. Alright, treasure hunters, happy searching, and remember, every penny has a story. Hey everyone! Quick question, when was the last time you really looked at the pennies in your pocket? No, I mean really looked. Because believe it or not, one of them could be worth $1.5 million. Yep, I'm talking about the 2008 D-Mint Mark Lincoln penny. This little copper coin could be the jackpot sitting in your change jar. Curious? Well, stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what makes this penny so valuable, how to spot one, and why you shouldn't underestimate the power of good old Abe. Alright, let's dive in. So, what's the deal with the 2008 D Lincoln penny? First, the D stands for Denver, where it was minted. Fun fact, Denver's mint is known for producing some of the most coveted coins in history. And 2008? Well, it was a big year. Obama got elected, the economy was a mess, and meanwhile, Denver was cranking out these little treasures. But here's the kicker, not all 2008 D pennies are worth a fortune. In fact, most of them are just regular coins worth, you guessed it, 1 cent. However, a rare few have unique errors or imperfections that make them priceless to collectors. And when I say priceless, I mean a cool $1.5 million in the right market. Now, what makes these pennies so special? It's all about the errors, folks. Some of these pennies were struck on the wrong planchet, that's the blank metal disc coins are made from. Others have doubled die errors, where the design is slightly duplicated. These tiny quirks turn an ordinary penny into a collector's dream. Imagine finding one of these in your pocket change, it's like winning the lottery, except without the annoying taxes. Okay, quick story time. A couple of years ago, I was cleaning out my car, you know, that black hole where coins, receipts, and half-eaten granola bars go to die. Anyway, I found a penny that looked different. The date was a little off, and there was something funky about the lettering. Naturally, I got excited, Googled rare pennies, and spent the next 3 hours convincing myself I was rich. Spoiler alert, it wasn't the $1.5 million penny. But hey, I did learn a lot about rare coins, and now I'm basically a walking encyclopedia of penny trivia. And that's the beauty of this hobby. You never know what you'll find. Plus, even if you don't strike it rich, you've got a fun story to tell. Now, let's get down to business. Here's how to check if your 2008 D penny is the real deal. First, look for that D-Mint mark right below the date. Next, inspect it under good lighting, or better yet, a magnifying glass. Pay attention to the details, check for errors like doubling on the date or the word Liberty, and if you're still unsure, take it to a professional coin grader. It might cost a little, but trust me, it's worth it if you've got $1 million penny on your hands. Conclusion. So there you have it, folks, the incredible story of the 2008 D Lincoln penny. Who knew something so small could be worth so much? Whether you're a coin enthusiast or just someone who's curious about what's hiding in their couch cushions, this hobby has something for everyone. Now, before you go digging through your car or flipping over your piggy bank, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button and join our community of treasure hunters. I've got tons of tips, stories, and strategies coming your way, and trust me, you won't want to miss them. Oh, and leave a comment below if you've ever found a coin that made you think, is this my golden ticket? Thanks for watching, happy hunting, and remember, every penny counts, especially the ones worth $1.5 million. Hey there, treasure hunters. Picture this, you're digging through your pocket change, maybe looking for enough quarters for the vending machine, when bam! You come across a penny. But not just any penny, this one has a little D under the date 1970. Before you toss it into the coin jar, stop. Because that tiny penny could be worth $1.6 million. Yep, you heard me right. A penny. Worth millions. And now, before you go sprinting to your coin stash, let me tell you everything you need to know about the 1970 D-Mint Mark Lincoln penny, why it's so valuable, and how you might strike it rich with one of these little copper treasures. Trust me, you don't want to miss this one. Okay, let's start with the basics. The 1970 D penny, what's the deal? That little D under the date stands for the Denver Mint, which is where this penny was made. In 1970, the Denver Mint pumped out billions of pennies. So what makes this one special? It's all about the errors, my friends. Coin collectors go absolutely bananas for pennies with minting mistakes, and the 1970 D has a pretty rare one. The most famous error for this coin is something called a double die obverse. Translation? It looks like the text and numbers on the front of the coin are shadowed or doubled. Think of it like a 1970s psychedelic font, but accidental. This error happened because the die, a metal stamp used to press the coin, shifted slightly during production. Coins with this error are like finding a four-leaf clover dipped in gold. They're rare, valuable, and in super high demand, but that's not the only thing collectors are looking for. Some 1970 D pennies were struck on thinner planchets, which are the blank pieces of metal before they're turned into coins. These thin planchet errors make the coin lighter, and collectors will pay big bucks for them too. We're talking enough money to cover that vacation you've been dreaming about, or, a lifetime supply of tacos. Now, let me tell you a little story about how I almost missed out on a jackpot penny. A couple of years ago, I was helping my grandma roll up her spare change. One of those tasks where you're like, why am I doing this when Coinstar exists? Anyway, I'm mindlessly stacking pennies when I spot one with a D under 1970. My first thought? Cool, old penny. My second thought? Let's Google this. And let me tell you, when I saw that some of these bad boys were selling for millions, I grabbed a magnifying glass faster than a kid grabbing candy on Halloween. Spoiler alert, mine wasn't a jackpot penny, but it made me realize how important it is to check your change. And here's the kicker, my grandma, bless her heart, told me she had a whole jar of pennies from the 60s and 70s. I went through every single one. Did I find $1 million penny? No. But I did find a 1943 steel penny worth about $50. Not too shabby for a day's work. Alright, so what's the takeaway here? The 1970 D penny isn't just a piece of pocket change, it's a potential goldmine hiding in plain sight. If you've got a pile of coins lying around, take a few minutes to sort through them. Look for the 1970 D, check for doubling on the front, and maybe even weigh it to see if it's lighter than a regular penny. Who knows? That little copper coin could change your life, and hey, if you're serious about diving into the world of coin collecting, you're in the right place. On this channel, we share tips, tricks, and stories about coins that are worth real money. So, if you don't want to miss out on the next $1 million find, hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and share it with your friends. Because let's face it, who wouldn't want to hear that a penny could make them a millionaire? Hey, everyone. Imagine this, you're digging through your couch cushions, trying to find some spare change for coffee, and bam, you pull out a penny. It's a 2020 D Lincoln penny. You shrug, toss it aside, and move on. What if I told you that little penny could be worth $1.7 million? That's right, folks, a single penny that could pay off your student loans, buy you a house, and still leave you enough for unlimited guac at Chipotle. Welcome to the channel where we uncover hidden treasures in your pocket change. If you love coins and the idea of striking it rich without playing the lottery, hit that subscribe button and let's dive into this fascinating story of the 2020 D Lincoln penny. First, let's talk about what makes this penny so special. It's not just your average 2020 Denver minted Lincoln cent. Most of these are worth, you guessed it, a penny. But a few rare ones have unique errors or features that send collectors into a frenzy. Error coins are like the Kardashians of the coin world, flawed but somehow insanely valuable. And now, one of the most famous error types is the double die. This happens when the design gets stamped twice slightly off-center, making letters and numbers look a little blurry or doubled. Imagine looking at a street sign without your glasses, that's a double die effect. If your 2020 D penny has this, congrats, you're holding a coin worth up to $1.70 million. Another factor that can increase value is its condition. Coin collectors are obsessed with mint state coins. If your penny looks like it just rolled off the production line, shiny, no scratches, no smudges, it could fetch top dollar. On the flip side, if it's been through the ringer, like it spent time under a vending machine, it might still be worth something but definitely not the big bucks. You're probably wondering how a penny even gets to this kind of value. Well, rarity plays a big part. The more unusual or rare the coin, the more collectors want it. And let's not forget, collectors love a good story. A 2020 D penny with a significant mint error becomes not just a coin, but a piece of history, a snapshot of a tiny mistake that's now worth millions. Let me share a personal story. A few months ago, I decided to clean out an old jar of coins. You know, the one where you throw all your loose change, thinking, someday I'll use this to pay for laundry. As I was sifting through, I spotted a shiny 2020 D penny. My heart skipped a beat because I'd heard about these rare coins. I grabbed a magnifying glass like some kind of amateur Sherlock Holmes, and my excitement faded when I saw it had 0 errors. But for a moment, I truly believed I'd hit the jackpot. And hey, that's the fun of it, but here's the thing: people do find these rare pennies. A collector in 2023 sold one at auction for $1.7 million. That's not a myth, it's cold, hard cash. So next time you get change at the grocery store, don't just dump it in a jar. Take a closer look, you never know what you might find. And now, let's talk about where to sell if you do find one of these rare gems. Auctions are the way to go. Reputable auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stacksbauer specialize in rare coins and can connect you with buyers willing to pay top dollar. But before you do that, have the coin graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. This gives buyers confidence and ensures you get the maximum value. So, the next time you see a 2020 D penny, don't dismiss it. Give it a close look, it might just change your life. And even if you don't find the $1 million coin, you've gained a little knowledge and had some fun along the way. Before we wrap up, here's your call to action. If you enjoyed this video and want more tips on coins that could make you rich or at least pay for dinner, smash that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and share it with your fellow treasure hunters. Also, drop a comment below if you've ever found an interesting coin. I'd love to hear your stories. Thanks for watching, and remember, every penny counts, literally. Hey there, treasure hunters. Imagine this: you're digging through your loose change, maybe looking for a vending machine snack or some quarters for laundry, when bam! You come across a penny, but not just any penny, one with a little D mint mark from 2018. What if I told you this humble little coin could be worth a jaw-dropping $1.8 million? Yeah, you heard me right. Suddenly, that loose change feels a whole lot heavier, doesn't it? Stick around because today we're diving into why this coin could be your ticket to the Millionaire Club, how to spot one, and a story about my own hunt for hidden treasures in pocket change. Alright, so let's start with the basics. The 2018 D Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, and while most of these coins are as ordinary as a Monday morning, a select few have become legendary among collectors. Why? Errors and rarity, my friend. Some of these pennies have unique mistakes made during the minting process. Think double dies, off-center strikes, or crazy things like the infamous floating roof design where part of the Lincoln Memorial looks like it's levitating. These errors turn an ordinary penny into a collector's dream. Now, I know what you're thinking. Come on, a penny, $1.8 million? Sounds like a scam. But here's the deal: rare coins can fetch these astronomical prices when collectors are willing to pay top dollar at auctions. The 2018 D penny we're talking about hit that $1.8 million mark because of its rarity, condition, and that mint error we just mentioned. But let's make it real. Picture this: you're at a garage sale, sifting through an old jar of coins. You see a shiny penny. You toss it in your pocket without a second thought. Months later, you're bored and decide to look up rare coins. Lo and behold, you realize you've been walking around with a treasure in your jeans. It's like finding a $20 bill in an old jacket times, well, $1 million. And here's my personal story. A couple of years ago, I started looking at coins just for fun. I wasn't expecting to find much, maybe a wheat penny or two. One day, I was at the grocery store, and the cashier handed me change. Something about one of the pennies caught my eye: it had a slight misprint. Turns out, it wasn't worth millions, but I did sell it for $50 online. Not bad for a penny, right? From that moment, I was hooked on coin collecting. Now, if you're wondering how to find one of these $1 million gems, here's the game plan. First, start checking your change. Yes, really. Don't just toss it in a jar. Take a closer look. You're looking for a 2018 D penny in pristine condition. Flip it over, inspect every detail. Does anything look unusual? If so, bingo. Another pro tip: invest in a magnifying glass or a loupe. You don't need to go full Sherlock Holmes, but having the right tools makes spotting mint errors so much easier. And hey, it's kind of fun, it's like being a treasure hunter, but without the pirate ship. Alright, folks, there you have it, the 2018 D. Lincoln penny. Who knew something so small could have such a big impact? Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone who loves a good underdog story, this coin proves that treasure can truly be found in the most unexpected places. So, the next time you're about to dump your change into a jar, take a second look. That little penny in your hand could be worth more than your car. And if you've got stories about coins you found, or questions about what to look for, drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear about your adventures in coin collecting. Before you go, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'm sharing tips, stories, and strategies to help you find coins worth serious cash. Who knows? Your next treasure could be right under your nose or in your wallet.